swastika and a Star of David, and then a gravestone. So it was like all the things she's like worried about. And then I wanted her hair and like all the bottom from the creature to be all like kind of like a blur, like I said, just very like messy.
What's the angry figure meant to represent?
It's just made up of all, down the bottom there's a swastika and a Star of David and a gravestone, and they're all like connected into it, so it's like it's made up of all that.
So this figure is meant to represent
Just all the worries that she's having is very like
who's she?
overwhelming.
Oh.
Because you can see the face there, so these are coming over her. Yeah.
Thanks, I didn't even see the face.
Yeah.
I kept on focusing on this,
Yeah.
this like, I don't know what to call it. It's like
Yeah.
an animal creature, yeah.
So they come into life and they become overwhelming her fears, yeah.
So it's like a psychological insight into her paranoia or whatever. Huh.
And I think it's quite good the way as well you've used quite scratchy lines, because that adds to it. If it was all perfect lines and all really smooth, you wouldn't get that sense of,
Yeah, I wanted it to be quite, that one to be more like prominent, and then the one in the back one to be more like of a blue and just faint.
Yeah, that's good.
It says sorrow here.
Mm-hmm.
Does it say anything around there too?
Yeah, paranoia,
Oh, okay.
anxiety,
loss.
panic, loss.
Panic,
overwhelm.
aha. All right.
Okay, well done.
Any comments on her work? Anybody?
Come on, somebody from a peer group say something. Oh, Beth, as a caring sixth former, make a comment on the work. So, a positive and a negative, perhaps, or something you would. What went well and even better?
I don't know.
What do you like about it?
I do like that creature. I think that's really cool. It stands out as well because she's used like lighter tones in the background of the face and then darker tones for the creature. I quite like that.
Do you quite like the creature because it's not human in structure, because it's been simplified down and stuff as well? More effective, isn't it, than if it was just a person creeping her?
Yeah, definitely.
Anything she could do to improve?
I'll be good at that.
I think the only improvements you could make is if you're having the idea of something emerging, you know, you might even want to make the background quite dark and stuff, do you know what I mean? So you've got that sense of atmosphere in there rather than being on white, but that's a time thing. It's not a skill thing. So well done. Right, go for it, Taya. What do you want to say?
We did paranoia.
Yeah.
I did a few eyes dotted around. You can't really see them now, but I did. I did a few eyes and like hands coming off on the side. You can't really see them that well, but there's one on the mouth and there's one on the head. And there's just some things. I don't really know what they are, but there's some like claws and stuff coming off from the side. Like a hand on the bottom.
Why did you choose the hand as a symbol of paranoia?
I don't know.
The idea of being
You're like grabbed.
yeah.
And like not being able to like control it.
Excellent. So an external force coming and getting you. And is that part of the reason why you had them from lots of different directions as well? Good.
They're totally different though, aren't they?
Yeah, no, they're really, really quite interesting on that. I quite like the way, you said you started with some eyes, but now you can't see them. That's one of the things I really like about it, that you've got the idea of layers and things building up over time. So I think that's quite, that's a positive, not a negative.
Is that teeth at the top?
Yeah, it was more like a
There.
because like I have
There.
the hands that aren't like human ones. And
Like, more like claws. Is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Great.
Fabulous. Gwen? Go on, Gwen.
Yeah, I'm not really, I had some cool ideas in my head, but that failed. So I don't know. I chose like grief and like loss and stuff. So I was gonna maybe draw like her shoulder with like a Star of David on the side, but I just got sidetracked. And in RE we were learning about this thing, and some guy like they put like 300 Jews in a house, and then set it on fire.
Mhm.
And the people who tried to jump out the window got like shot down. So I, tried to
You
draw
wanted
that.
to reference that in there.
Kind of, yeah. And then she's got like a swastika and a tear.
Yeah.
Which I was going to try and maybe make her face bigger and draw the house inside of her tear, but I didn't. And then there's some Hebrew letters on the gravestones at the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they're letters that make my name, but in the wrong order.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Ah. So if you were doing a second attempt of that then, would you be really ambitious and try and get those flames reflected in the tears?
Possibly, yeah. I tried to make her look really like thin and gaunt and kind of like ill. But I started with her eye, which I think was a mistake. And I could improve quite a bit.
Charlotte, can you give a bit of advice if you were going with those ideas? What might you change?
I feel bad to ask me anything.
Well, it's not negative. It's a build.